Hello everyone, welcome to this new TouchDesigner tutorial on this case study series. We're going to look at the third chapter of Generative Design book, in which we're going to recreate this color spectrum in a circle. So the page, the code is this. It has um, the same interaction. It has the same interaction. So and this is the sketch, the code. So from here we're going to use this segment count variable, this radius. Also we're going to use the same size. We're going to have this color mode. We're going to calculate this angle step also, and this part that is the making of the shape, we're going not to use it because inside TouchDesigner there is another way to make this. And finally we need to use these values for the segment divisions. So I'm going to start in this same project. I'm going to copy paste this project. So I have already set this background top to BG and also my width and height to 800. Okay, I'm going to delete all of this. So we're going to start from scratch, and we're going to select here in this panel visor project 2. So it has a black screen. We are going to make this with ramp. So I'm going to place it here. This ramp will be parent panel size, and also we're going to add the final null so we can start seeing here our results. EG. Okay, so first we're going to also change this to 32-bit float RGBA, and we're going to go back here to ramp, and this time to make this possible, our ramp needs to be radial. So if here we add an HSB to RGB, we can start seeing that there is this color spectrum around all of this ramp. So to see it the best way is we need to isolate the air channel, because here we can see that to fill this shape, the color will be the angle, and the hue and the brightness and the saturation and brightness will be modified by our mouse interaction. So as here all of them have the same value, that's why we have this weird output. So we need to add here a reorder, and this reorder we need to green stay the same, and green go to 1, and blue also go to 1. So you can see now this is our color spectrum, but it doesn't look like the final output yet. And we can also see here that is this weird line. This is because we have this setting here on extend left to repeat. We need to change it to hold, and now we have this beautiful color spectrum in a radial way. So we need to make the step size from from this spectrum, and we are going to do this the same way as we did on the last tutorial, using a limit top. Okay, so we need to quantize these steps. So if we make here active like by ceiling, you can start seeing that there is this stepping in these shapes. So the next step is to now add our interactions. So we need to declare these values, this segment counts, with a constant. So we're going to add a constant. There are 5. So the first one is 360, 45, 24, 12, and 6. Okay, next thing is that we need to make this interaction with our keyboard. So we need to use a keyboard int. We need to add here all the keys we need to use. That will be 1 to 5. And now first we need to this to be stable, or to make to be on when you click it once. So you can do this using a logic, and this logic, the channel pre-op, we need to change it to radio button, so it will always stay only on the last key we press. So the next thing here is to add a math. And connect this logic and our constant one, and go to combine chops to multiply. And we can yeah, we can leave it like this. So you can start seeing that there is only one value always on. And to make this go one channel, we can use another math, and as always will be only one on, the other will be zeros, always, whatever key you press. You can make this operation by combining channels, not chops, to be add. So we're going to add 24 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0, and we always be the same value we need to be out. So finally we need to add a rename, and this rename we're going to change it to segment count. Okay, and finally add a null. Okay, so here we have the interaction of this of the divisions of the segments. So to make this, we need to divide the value of one full cycle, that is 0 to 1, that is from here to here, divided by our segments. So I'm going to put this here, and then divide 1 by 4 segments, and you can start seeing these are working well. But we still have to find our interaction of color, of brightness and saturation, and also this needs to have also the same circular aspect. So we can add first the interaction with a panel. This panel, we're going to select our inside U and inside V. We can change it to mouse X and mouse Y. And remember, we need to add a math here and change or invert our range to have the same interaction as the one in processing. And this needs to be only applied to mouse Y. So you can select here in common and the scope mouse Y. Okay, and finally we can add here a merge. and have all our channels in the same output null. So here we can add then a level. So this level will help us to access and change our channels individually here on the RGBA page. So we need to set that the saturation will be interaction with mouse X, that is the same as the G channel, and brightness will be interactive with mouse Y, that is the B channel. So we need to put it like this in high B, because we're going to modify the output, and high B. So now if we run this processing sketch, we can see that this corner is black, here also is black, here is full color, and here is white. So if we go back, we have the same interaction. So that's it about the interaction. The next or last step is to make our figure or contour, circle contour, and we can do it by adding here a circle. This circle, we need to change the radius to pixels, and if we go back or we remember, our radius is about 300 pixels. So change it to 300, and we need to make active this polygon, so we can start doing this size shapes, and our size will be controlled by our segment count. So we can export it here, and you can see that there is this output. Okay, here I made a mistake. This circle needs to be connected after our conversion of color space. So this is our chain. Now we're looking good, and we can use this output page here on the circle to come with input, and we need to multiply. So as you can see, now we have our circular shape, but our divisions are quite weird. This is because our rotation of this circle is different of the circle inside processing. So I found that if we rotate this circle by a full cycle, that is 360 divided by our segment count, will be more accurately about the rotations, but there is also still some offset, so you need to divide this by 2, and now we're having the same the color corresponding to the shape of the same size. So there is no more offsets. And okay, and finally, if we go back here to this one, you can see also that there is this outlines, so we can also add it, and we can do it by using here an edge. And I found that changing this sum step like 0.6, 0.7, and finally here add an over. So this over and then connect it, and yeah, that's it. And last but not least, our white background, and we can do it like adding this constant, and again on the output channel we turn on convert input and select operation under. So now it's working and it's looking like the one in processing, and I think that's it. So yeah, a very basic tutorial, but a very interesting output using different conversions and operators. So if you like this tutorial, subscribe. There will be more interesting coming up next. And also I want to thank to all my patrons that are supporting me. Very appreciate your support. And any comment you can leave it on the comment section. So this file will be available for patrons. And I think that's it. So have a nice day, and I see you on the next tutorial. Goodbye.